What is up, guys? Welcome back to Borge Crypto. Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be going over Ociswap, which is kind of the front page of the Radix ecosystem, and it's kind of built with the idea of becoming the tape radar or the coin market cap for the Radix ecosystem. Okay, they are obviously as well one of the top leading dexes of the Radix ecosystem, and they have introduced a lot of amazing things that I think you guys should know about, like concentrated pools, which is new, and also they have launched the project Ignition as well as hooks, which is something I'm going to speak about in a moment. So I would recommend you guys to stay until the end to learn everything about this project because it is really worth it. So as I mentioned, guys, the current products they have are DEX, Basic Pools, Portfolio Manager, and Token Wizard. And after a long period of time, they have now launched the concentrated pools. Okay, so to be honest, guys, I think we should go over to a post they did which explains much better in details what this is all about. All right, so here we have the post, the development update, Ociswap hooks. So over the last few years, the Ethereum roadmap has moved away from enshrining new features into the base layer in favor of modular approach that encourages third parties to devise solutions for data availability, execution, and complex logic. One such solution is smart contract interfaces called event hooks that have privileged access to the internal mechanics of liquidity pools and enable developers to build plugins that can execute code before and after swaps or during liquidity updates. So this brings a lot of new possibilities for developers to create new mechanics that interact with the ecosystem of their token, right? Which is pretty amazing. So hooks work by having their own component address and functions that can be imported at the creation of a liquidity pool. Hook developers only need to implement a few standard methods and then customize the logic to suit their application. So it's kind of a new layer, a new dimension for liquidity pools, right? Once live, hooks will open up a brand new field of innovation for developers to build applications that utilize the depth and safety of our audited liquidity pools. Important word, audited, all right? It's safe. Our vision is to have a thriving ecosystem of hooks, providing a profitable platform and opportunity for developers who have a unique idea but don't want to build a whole DEX from scratch. Rather, they can focus on what they are good at and let the boring and tedious task handled by us. So this is very interesting, guys, because when you become kind of important platform that other tokens create to create their projects or just to start creating in the Web3 ecosystem, you can get a lot of exposure and volume. They also mentioned that it is a really simple language and that even junior devs are going to be able to create hooks. So amazing. Here's a taste of the ideas waiting to be built. Liquidity provision. So first of all, dynamic fee pools. With dynamic fees, pool owners could use hooks to adjust fees based on market volatility. This is something I've never seen before. It's always fixed fees. Having this allows the pool to adapt to the volatility of the market, which is crazy. Lending liquidating automated market maker algorithm, Llama. So this is an algorithm that's pretty amazing. Okay, triggering the liquidation of a loan usually requires an oracle to verify that the liquidation price has been reached. An alternative implementation would be for a hook to treat every loan as liquidity pair and match each one with an inverse LP position to avoid hard liquidations. So this is very technical. I don't want you guys, I mean, I know you guys are not going to be really understanding every single thing of what I'm mentioning right now, okay? But this is kind of innovative. This is very cool for developers of projects, and I mean, it brings as I mentioned, a new dimension into liquidity pools. Access. Hooks could be used to grant conditional access to pools based on criteria such as NFT ownership, minimum token threshold, or wallet age. Just choose who can access a liquidity pool or not. This is something I've never seen before. Up until now, everyone could access a liquidity pool, right? I mean, there's no way to manage that. But with this, it changes. It changes the game of liquidity pools. Portfolio management, rebalancing, an automated portfolio management tool that periodically swaps assets to maintain a user-defined distribution or capitalize on high volatility. Also amazing. Retail, pool party lotto, reward users with a lotto NFT for every swap they make in your favorite pool. So this is a way of creating more engagement with the community. Swap 10, remember our top gainer competition. Use hooks to track the most active pairs and periodically reward holders or liquidity providers. Again, giving back to the community. All right, so now let's get into trading. Time-weighted average market maker. Hooks can be used to automatically split large trades into smaller ones that are executed over a larger or longer period of time, minimizing their price impact. Also, very cool. It's kind of DCA, not really. Limit and range orders. Hooks could be used to implement limit or range orders by delaying a swap until the market price rises or fall to a desired value. So limit orders, which is always something you need. Arbitrage for price stabilization. This is basically that during periods of high volatility, hooks could exploit arbitrage opportunities and use the proceeds to limit the price movements and to more moderate ranges, fostering a more stable and predictable trading environment. So kind of reducing volatility, right? Swapback, an automatic buyback hook that swaps a treasury asset for the native token after a price drop below a certain threshold. So you can kind of automate a limit buyback which is pretty crazy. These are things that are new in terms of liquidity pools, right? This is something that is definitely amazing and that you guys should know about, at least know about. I mean, you're not maybe a developer, but you now know that Ociswap has these amazing features. All right, guys, so here we have the pools. As you can see, OC XRD, there's different pools right here that we can check out. And as you can see, this is the volume, the APR, and the plus splash, which is basically the liquidity incentive program. Okay, so here we can see the APRs of the different days. This one is crazy, 70%, 90%. Obviously, the token has pumped, right? But yeah, I mean, this is the place where you find all the pools. And here we have Ignition. So secure your favorite, receive your share of 4 million OC up to 20% instant XRD bonus. Project Ignition is a 10 million liquidity initiative for the Radix network aimed at boosting liquidity for wrapped USDC, USDT, wrapped BTC, and Ethereum. For every dollar liquidity providers contribute, Project Ignition matches it with an equal amount of XRD, effectively doubling the liquidity provided. I mean, they are doubling the dollars you're putting in. It's amazing, to be honest, guys. And here you can see different options. So wrapped BTC, wrapped Ethereum, wrapped USDT, and wrapped USDC. Obviously, layer 2, right? So they mention more modular approach. As you can see, guys, it's really simple and the incentives are pretty crazy if you ask me, okay? I mean, this is something that you are not going to see in a lot of places. So here we have the official post in the Radix blog that explains kind of a little bit more on the liquidity incentive program, which is basically $10 million for wrapped assets in liquidity so that there is more volume in their ecosystem. And I also want to talk about this development update, the tokenomics. So version release incoming, get ready for Splash 2.0, an exciting new world of tokenomics. All right, so let's learn a bit more about this. So as they have described, Ociswap is relaunching as the facto front page of Radix, complete with comprehensive token listings, analytics, and first-class utility enabled by Radix Babylon release. At the heart of this transformation will be an entirely new tokenomics system for liquidity providers, which will offer the benefits of yield farming alongside incentives for long-term provision, aligning every participant with the goal of a stable and rewarding liquidity platform that benefits everyone in the ecosystem. This new system is designed to attract liquidity to the platform, discourage mercenary practices, establish a sustained protocol treasury, and ensure deep liquidity for the OC token. We call it tokenomics. So this is building stability for OC, guys. It's pretty amazing, as well as helping new tokens and liquidity providers, right? All right, so Splash 2.0. Most Ociswap users will know our long-running Splash campaign to incentivize liquidity. After Babylon, the Splash campaign will center around new Splash NFTs. These are the V tokens of tokenomics and provide two key benefits: governance and bribes. So Splash holders will be able to vote for liquidity pools on Ociswap to receive extra rewards in addition to the standard liquidity trading fees, and bribes, which is basically within the new rules of Ociswap protocol, anyone may offer Splash holders incentives to vote for a particular liquidity pool, colloquially known as bribes. These additional rewards will elevate holders to the position of delegates who can choose to take into account the wishes of the wider community when they vote. Really amazing features that will bring a lot of exposure to liquidity pools, and I mean, it's kind of a win-win situation here, right? Adding to their utility, the Splash will be tradable and divisible into smaller units, which allows for a more dynamic marketplace, better price discovery for liquidity, and generally more vibrant economy on the platform. To dive in, the first step to obtain Splash is to add liquidity to qualifying for OC XRD liquidity pools. The result LP tokens can be then locked to receive Splash voting power in addition to the standard liquidity fees. Of course, this is up to you. Now it gets really interesting. During the locking process, LPs must select a future unlock duration, 1, 3, 6, or 12 months, obviously increasing APRs, I guess, in each one of them. Once the unlock sequence is initiated by the user, their actual voting power will decay linearly over the course of the selected unlock time. Once unlocked, the LP can simply exchange their Splash NFTs for their original liquidity. Liquidity fees can be claimed at any time, so encouraging users to maintain the liquidity, right? These properties of Splash act together to ensure a stable and broad distribution of governance power, kind of a more democratic way. Importantly, there is only one class Splash holder, so newcomers are not disadvantaged compared to veteran participants. A range of unlock durations also gives LPs control and flexibility over the investment strategy. As mentioned before, Splash holders get an additional rewards to their favorite liquidity pools to be distributed among its LPs. Those rewards are in the form of OC, OOC, which are newly created option to buy OC with XRD at a discounted rate. Additionally, there is a boost for Splash holders, so the more Splash you have, the more OC you earn. It's OOC, all right? This token, the main function is basically buying OC with XRD at a discount, as I mentioned. So pretty amazing, pretty rich ecosystem. So OC never expires, can be traded, technically soul bound, and confer the right to purchase OC at discount, as I mentioned right now. Most of the supply will will go to users holding both Splash and LP tokens to ensure that the benefits of yield farming are always paired with the responsibilities of liquidity provision, maintaining balance across the protocol. Again, this is very focused on liquidity providers, guys. This is something that you should know about. I mean, definitely, if you are into liquidity providing. Pool party under the hood Splash votes are a smart way of using the wisdom of the crowd to find promising projects and draw liquidity toward them. This is the financial aspect. But Web3 is also a social movement, especially here at Ociswap. Every participant in Oceanomics controls their own position, but the ability to coordinate positions and govern the platform as Swarm Clouder is where fun really begins. Any organization or entity in the ecosystem can throw a pool party by bribing Splash holders to vote for their pool. Bribes can be extra tokens, NFTs, real-life parties, tickets to the Knicks, you name it. Splash holders can also organize their own pool parties to boost new projects, show their appreciation, or simply spread the love. A really good way to spread the word about a token or start to, just getting the word out there, right? Their goal at Ociswap is becoming the most efficient DEX in Web3, but we are also here to enjoy the 9 lives, so we hope you'll dive in and join us. Lastly, balance. Cats are famed for the balance, and this is exactly what we are aiming to achieve with Oceanomics. First, every LP is a farmer, and every farmer is an LP, providing a balance between the rewards of liquidity provision, compensation for locking up capital, and the commitment to a stable supply of liquidity. It's all about balance, literally. Second, Oceanomics respects the accelerated nature of Web3, allowing LPs to dive in and out, but it also makes provision for the health of the ecosystem by incentivizing a long-term perspective and rewarding it accordingly. Third, rewards are commensurate with long-term commitment, but safeguarded to prevent excessive compounding and the crowding out of small players, right? They want to allow small players to join. And finally, Splash holders will be rewarded for their efforts, but we have made sure that everyone on the platform will share in the extra rewards and benefit from the superior liquidity they attract. By aligning the interest of token holders with long-term success of Ociswap, we are setting the stage for a more democratic, equitable, and sustainable DeFi ecosystem. Whether you're a DeFi veteran or a newcomer to the space, there's no better time to dive in and explore the exciting frontier of Oceanomics. So this is kind of the core of how they work. This is the Oceanomics. This is kind of how the ecosystem is built, how they want it to work. And I think there is a lot of technical stuff here, and some of you guys are not even going to know what I'm talking about, or it sounds like Chinese, but they are working, as I mentioned here, towards balance. And this is a win-win for everyone if it goes this way, right? It is not that they just want one people or sort of people to win, right? For one to win, one needs to lose. That's correct. But they can create a balance, and they can just bring a lot of new people into their ecosystem. And if you're there before, then it's when you win, right? So that's pretty much it for Ociswap, guys. I think all the features they have included are amazing. They are going to bring a lot of attention. Project ignition is pretty cool. The concentrated pools, the new concentrated pools are amazing. And yeah, I mean, I think this is a really interesting option for liquidity providers, guys. So having said this, guys, this is not financial advice. Do your own research always. But I think this project is a really amazing project, and I think you guys should follow them, check them out, and just leave your thoughts down below on this one. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Peace out. Bro.